Welcome back, dear viewers, to another heart-throbbing episode on your favorite celebrity channel where love, surprises, and star-studded confessions come alive. If you've been following the subtle clues, the stolen glances, and the lingering rumors, today, we bring you confirmation that will warm your heart and leave you breathless. Because yes, it's finally official. The king of K-dramas, Lee Min-ho, has spoken, and not just to acknowledge he's dating, but to drop a name that no one expected. So, sit back, relax, and let's journey together through the most beautiful confession of 2025. Lee Min-ho, the name itself holds power, elegance, and a charm that transcends screens. Ever since his breakout role in Boys Over Flowers, Lee Min-ho has commanded attention not just for his acting prowess, but for his enigmatic personal life. Always graceful, always private, and often elusive, Min-ho has always kept his romantic affairs under tight wraps, leaving fans speculating, hoping, and reading between the lines. For years, countless names have been linked to him. From co-stars to international models, the rumor mill never slept. But Lee Min-ho did. Calmly, silently, he continued acting, smiling at red carpets, delivering one stunning performance after another, all while keeping his heart to himself. Until now. The setting was simple. A fan meet and greet event turned into a headline-grabbing revelation that no one could have predicted. The atmosphere was light, filled with laughter and soft piano music playing in the background. Fans had waited patiently, queuing for hours just to get a glimpse of the man who defined a generation of romance. As he stepped onto the stage dressed in a cream cashmere blazer and soft denim jeans, the crowd erupted into wild cheers. His smile was warm, his eyes twinkled, but behind that polished demeanor, something felt different. There was a glow, a softness, a quiet confidence that even the most casual observer could detect. Something had changed. The fan interaction began as usual. A few lighthearted questions, compliments, and shared memories of his past roles. But then came the unexpected. A young fan, visibly nervous but adorably bold, asked the question millions had been wanting to ask for years. "Appa, are you seeing someone right now?" The room went still. The host hesitated, expecting Min-ho to flash a shy grin and wave the question off like he always did. But this time was different. Lee Min-ho chuckled, lowered his mic for a moment as if collecting his thoughts, then looked directly at the fan, then at the crowd, and said, "Yes, I am dating." Gasps echoed through the auditorium. Some screamed, others clapped instinctively, but most were simply too stunned to react. The host, recovering quickly, asked, "Is it someone we know?" And then the moment that made history. Lee Min-ho looked out into the audience, smiled softly, and said, "Her name is Kim Go-eun." The crowd went silent before erupting into a mix of surprise, excitement, and disbelief. Yes, that Kim Go-eun, the talented, fiercely graceful actress who starred alongside him in The King, Eternal Monarch. For fans of the show, the chemistry between them was undeniable. Their on-screen romance was electric, charged with a subtle tenderness that many believed extended off-camera. Rumors had followed them even after the show ended, but both had remained tight-lipped until now. What followed next felt like a romantic drama script brought to life. Lee Min-ho shared how their connection began during filming but truly blossomed after. He described late-night conversations, shared passions for literature and art, and a mutual respect that deepened into love over time. He spoke with vulnerability, describing her not just as a co-star or partner, but as someone who understands him on a soul-deep level. "She brings peace to my world," he said. "In an industry full of noise and lights, she's the quiet song that calms everything inside me." It was a confession so pure, so heartfelt, that even the most skeptical fan couldn't help but swoon. And what about Kim Go-eun? Was she present? No, but just hours after the fan event, her agency released a simple, elegant statement. Yes, Kim Go-eun and Lee Min-ho are in a relationship. They cherish and support each other with deep care. Thank you for respecting their love. Fans flooded social media with hashtags like hashtag Lee Min-ho Goon, hashtag The King and Queen Are Real, and hashtag Min-ho confirms love, turning the announcement into a worldwide trending topic. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, the internet exploded with reaction videos, theories, throwback clips, and emotional edits. But perhaps the most touching moment was a never-before-seen behind-the-scenes video that resurfaced, a clip where Lee Min-ho gently fixed Go-eun's hair during a break in filming, whispering something that made her laugh. Fans now saw that moment in a completely new light. Suddenly, all those little gestures, the way he looked at her during press tours, the quiet way she leaned into him during interviews, they weren't acting. They were real. Industry insiders began sharing stories of their off-screen moments, secret getaways, shared vacations, and hours-long video calls when separated by work. Close friends revealed that Lee Min-ho often spoke about her with great admiration, describing her as brilliant, grounded, and his anchor. And now, with the truth out, fans feel more connected to him than ever. Because by opening up, Lee Min-ho gave them not just a glimpse into his heart, but also reminded everyone that even the biggest stars are human. They love, they hurt, they hope, just like the rest of us. One heartwarming story shared by a crew member revealed how, during the final days of The King, Eternal Monarch filming, Lee Min-ho wrote a letter to Kim Go-eun thanking her for being the best part of this journey. No one knew until now how deep that sentiment ran. As days passed since the confession, fans have started organizing tribute events, sending flower gifts, and even planning fan-made documentaries celebrating their love story. One fan wrote, "We shipped them because they looked good. Now we support them because they feel good together." Some older fans remembered the heartbreak of Lee Min-ho's past, his long hours, the loneliness of stardom, and how despite his smiles, there were moments he seemed distant. This time, one said, his eyes are smiling too. And Lee Min-ho himself seems lighter. His recent public appearances show a more relaxed version of him, smiling more freely, joking during interviews, and even hinting at doing more romantic dramas because, in his words, love feels more real now. The couple has since been spotted at a quiet cafe in Seoul, walking hand in hand with minimal security, almost like any other couple. The way they look at each other, not like celebrities but like soulmates, is something fans have captured in their hearts forever. Of course, with fame comes scrutiny. Some critics questioned whether this would affect their careers. But both stars remain unfazed. In fact, directors and brands are already reaching out to cast them together again, this time capitalizing on their real-life chemistry. For Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun, love has always been a private affair. Stay tuned for more updates on this power couple, and until next time, keep believing in love, because stories like this prove that it's always worth it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more heart-touching celebrity stories from Korea's brightest stars.